What's up YouTube? Graylan Stewart here with another video. Do you want to know how you can make way more money wholesaling houses? Stay tuned. All right, what's up guys? My name is Graylan Stewart. I'm a virtual wholesaler and entrepreneur. Today's video is exactly what I said. I'm going to show you exactly how you can make more money wholesaling houses to where you can truly become a house dealer, okay? So let's just get into it. So really, when you're wholesaling houses, obviously your sales skills play a huge factor in what you can do, okay? Because this business, if you haven't already figured this out, whether you're new or you're not new to wholesaling, this business is all about marketing and sales, okay? So if you're good in sales and you're good at marketing, you're going to be successful in wholesaling, okay? But also, if you're good in business in general, you can learn how to use those three things into scaling into an actual business that you can sustain and do month after month, okay? So anyway, really, to become a good wholesaler, you have to have good sales skills, okay? So it's all about talking to sellers. Now, keep in mind, the properties that we're after are typically distressed properties in some form or fashion, okay? So you've heard the term driving for dollars. So people that drive for dollars, you're looking for eyesores or crappy houses or dumps, whatever you want to call it, okay? You're looking for messed up roofs, maybe tarps are on it, boarded up windows. You're looking at the tall grass, an overstuffed mailbox, maybe a car on blocks in the driveway. Maybe there's junk and trash and debris all over the property as well. So you're looking for any of those types of properties, and those typically are known as a distressed property, okay? So you always look for those houses, those type of houses, but what I'm going to tell you is it's not even about the house at all. The house doesn't even really matter. Sure, the house has to kind of fit our criteria overall in the scheme of things when you're wholesaling specifically, but it's never about the house at all. It's all about having quality conversations with distressed homeowners and sellers, okay? Not the distressed house per se, but it's about having those quality conversations with a distressed seller, okay? So keep in mind, it's always about the seller and never about the house. Always keep that in your head, okay? So when you're talking to these sellers, you're just learning more about them and their situation. That's really the bottom line. Nothing else even matters at all. Obviously, along the way, just during your conversation, you're going to find out the condition of the home, their timeline that they kind of want to get that thing sold, the price that they kind of have in mind. And then I just drew a blank. So you're finding about the property, bottom line, obviously we have to know about what the property is, but really none of those things really matter except for the person themselves that you're talking to, their actual motivation, and why they need to sell this, okay? Because we're really just problem solvers at the end of the day. I'm sure you've heard me say that, and you've heard other people say that before. That's really what we are, and that's really what business is about in general. Any type of business, your goal is to solve someone's problem. Whether you're looking for a specific toy at a toy store, that toy store is going to solve your problem if they have that particular toy that you have. So that's just a simple analogy, but that's really what business is all about, is solving people's problems. What do you have for them that can help ease their mind or solve their problem or get their fix or whatever it is, okay? So we're no different in wholesaling houses. We have a solution that these owners can we're an avenue that they can get out of this property, okay? Now, keep in mind, these houses typically, the house itself now, back to the house, they typically can't be listed on the MLS because a realtor, in most cases, will not touch the property unless it's fully remodeled, because usually they're going to say, okay, well, yeah, we can list this, but you need to fix the roof, you need to get new windows, take the boards off, you need to mow your grass, you need to do all these different things, and then come back to me and I can list it. Well, the problem is, most of these sellers don't have the money to do that because that might take $20,000. Where in the world are they going to get $20,000? So they're kind of stuck. So a lot of times in the industry, wholesalers sometimes get a bad name, mostly from these realtors because they don't understand what we do. Because we're looking for a completely different type of clientele. A realtor is looking for a make-ready house that's move-in ready that they can sell in the MLS. A wholesaler is looking for a dumpy house that no realtor would ever touch. Okay, so both niches are highly needed. Okay, but I would even say that wholesaling is needed even more because these people are literally stuck without us, okay? Because we're the ones that are solving their problems. Now suddenly we can actually buy their house to where a realtor said that they could never sell it unless they put 20,000 into it. We'll buy the house as is, where it is, how it is, and ease their minds, okay? But what I'm telling you right now, it's never about the house at all. It's about quality conversations with your sellers. So what does that really mean? What that means is exactly that. When you're having a conversation with these sellers, you want to let them talk at least 80% of the time. That's where I think a lot of people fail. You want to tell them all about you and try to have common ground with them and just talk about all the things that you think is important, right? And none of that stuff even matters. They could care less about you and your stories and your like circumstances and all the things that you think you can bond over. Oh, that's cool. You got the catfish, on the wall talking. I had one of those when I was a kid or whatever. Who cares? That's really what the bottom line is. Like, let them talk. They're going to tell you 9 times out of 10, if you just keep asking questions and you stay silent, that's the key, being quiet, letting them actually talk. If you stay silent after you ask a question, they're often going to tell you everything to where if you have a little guideline or script out in front of you, you can kind of just check these off as they're talking to you or as you're typing or whatever, because they're going to hit on all those things. Typically, they're just going to spill their guts to you and tell you exactly why they want to sell, why they need to sell, and why you're there to help them and how they feel like maybe you are a great solution for them. So it's quality conversations all day, every day. Never worry about the house. Obviously, get the pertinent information that you need, because we have to have the condition at the end of the day. But typically, if you let them talk, they're going to tell you, okay? Just ask questions. That's what I can't stress enough. Ask more questions. Oh, really? Tell me more. You're saying things like that. And it's the tone in your voice, obviously, that plays a big part of it. But it's really just you caring about what they're telling you and then asking for more. Oh, wow, tell me more about that. Oh, I see. You're just kind of saying things like that along the entire process as you're talking to these sellers. And typically they're going to just open up even more. You're not saying, oh, yeah, I remember when I was in 4th grade, we used to go down to that river over there by your house and do this and that. They don't care. Just kind of empathize with what they're saying, like, oh, wow, that's cool. Well, how did that make you feel? Or how did you overcome that? Or that's really cool that you experienced that. How about this? And just tell me more about that. All those kind of things. You want to trigger them to get them talking. That's the bottom line. Get them talking more. Like I said, they need to be talking 80% of the conversation and you 20%. And that's maximum. And really, it's probably 90-10 to have a really good conversation. So hopefully that makes sense. Because really, quality conversations at the end of the day, that gets you contracts. Contracts are what get you paid, and getting you paid is what gets your business moving and running on all 4 cylinders, right? So that's the bottom line at the end of the day. Have quality conversations, have them often. Consistency in everything that we do in this business is key. So have consistent conversations with sellers all day, every day, and you're going to make a ton of money wholesaling real estate. So just keep in mind, it's never about the house. It's always about the individual themselves, okay? So just learn more about them. Let them open up to you more by asking more questions, and you'll make more money, okay? So hopefully that was valuable to you. If it was, please like, share, subscribe. I definitely love to have you as part of my channel. We upload at least 3 times a week, sometimes more. So stay tuned for other videos, and I'll teach you a lot more. Thanks a lot.